Hello everybody, I am Moldy, and this is Underhero once again. We need to find 4 passwords by beating up robots, and then there's something about not being able to do things properly if they're underwater. Ow, lasers. Gotta be careful about them lasers, they hurt, and there we go, I'm all healed up now. Okay, there's a robot that I gotta go underwater to get, and that dude up there is keeping me away from a treasure chest that I can't quite reach because the water ain't just right. So, yep. Ow. I got shot the second you went and pewed because my head was right up against the barrel of your gun. Yep. Ow. He pew-pews. He does the pews. Hello, stop touching me, it's very uncomfortable. Now, what do you want? Defense, slingshot, defense, hammer. So... that's, defense before the hammer. And the hammer's gonna come out too slow to hit you, isn't it? Yes, it is. You really need to be a lot slower about grabbing back onto me. You said I was allowed to attack, but you didn't let me attack, so... jump, slingshot, duck, hammer. So... jump comes before the slingshot, and there you go. Groovy. You done got hurt now. Jump, hammer, block, sword. And that means you want me to press which button? Jump before hammer. There. Dabblage. You get the dabblage, mister. Now, slingshot, hammer, block, slingshot. You and your weird-ass pattern games. So, slingshot, hammer, nope. And then it was block, slingshot, that's what it was. And I paid the price for my ignorance. Hey, you stop doing what you're doing. You ain't gonna do the weird buzzy sound. Not today, mister. Block, slingshot, duck, hammer. Okay, then. Now, what do you want me to say? Is it block? It might be block, slingshot, duck, hammer, and wham! You're dead. I got a cassette tape out of you, and I'm leveling up. So... do I want more attack or health? Well, make an attack then. I'm just hammering this mistake into the ground. Now, what do you have to say? I've modified some employees to fit certain criteria, like enhancing their abilities or elemental powers. These enhanced subjects call themselves mini-bosses. I guess they like to sound important. Mini-bosses are especially useful when we want to test the hero's abilities. I'm always careful not to make them too strong for the hero's sake. It's always a hassle when a hero dies. And they get lost so easily, too. I can't believe I had to put so many maps around the worlds. So that was you putting the maps around. Thinking about heroes always gets me all worked up. Anyway, rant over, back to work. So, that's all you have to say? No password coming out of you? Well, fine, fuck you then. Stop talking. I'm gonna just plop on in here and... okay, this spits me out here. And... okay, that looks like an apartment key. Who keeps losing these? Good question. And this one's for 5B. Alright, so you, sir. I'm not gonna let you just float around and be a big old dingleberry. You stop with your friggin' laser. I'm a jumpies. You can't... haha! I dodged your fucking laser like a professional laser dodgy person. So why don't you stop trying to shoot me with them? Ha! You're dead. That's what you get for being alive. I needed a way to keep tabs on all the subjects. That's why I created employee cards to keep their ID info organized and to charge and pay them on schedule. For this, I designed the booth ladies and save stations. I needed a friendly face to take care of the paperwork. Paperwork is the worst. So it is. But I ain't gaining any password information here. But we do have the water level rising now. Or did that just lower it? Yep, that might have lowered it. Yep. Hey, stop your laser shoot. I want to look down there and see if I could see if there's anything down there other than spikes. You know what? There is a much easier way of checking that. Ooh. Oh wait, that's where I went already. I'm a dummy. I already went over there. I thought that was a hidden path that I could only get to now that the water's been lowered. But then again, maybe now that the water is lowered, I can actually get some information out of them robots. Yep, your lasers ain't gonna save you. Okay, you're just saying the same thing. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have lowered that water level. But I done did. I done did the thing that I did, and there's no way that I can undo the thing that I did unless I go about the way of undoing it, which I don't feel like doing right now. And there is a water raisy switch, and if I drop down from the middle of that platform between the spikes, I can get to another robot, but I need the water to be higher up for that. That's what them maps is good for, telling you where you're supposed to be going, and then you realize mistakes that you made. Do you have anything you want to tell me after I murder the shit out of you, mister? Hey, don't you send that thing out here. Yep. And I need some stamina so I can... Yep. Can I... There we go, that ain't gonna hit me. No hitting coming from that thing. And why do you keep doing that and flashing me? You're blinding me, son. You're blinding me. I get the purpose of a flash on an actual camera, but here it's just plain annoying. And I can't see shit. But that laser ain't gonna hit me as long as I don't jump. I'll just sit here crouched, and there you go. Just another one or two of those will put you down. I don't even need to hit that thing. It's already pointed away from me. There you go. Good and dead. Now, stop exploding for a second. I need to talk to you. If you are reading this, it means I am dead. Nah, just kidding. That would be stupid. If someone is reading this, I'll just have to terminate you. Anyway, today I had the most amazing idea. When employees die, their energy becomes a puff of purple smoke that is then sent back here to regenerate a new minion. Sometimes after many regenerations, employees become unstable, organically speaking. But if I skip the organic matter, I can repurpose these guys into intangible blobs of energy, and then send them back to Greg's army as ghosts. Ugh, even I scare myself sometimes with my brilliant, cost-effective ideas. Okay, so that's some interesting information you got there. And I'll just hit this button. That'll bring the water up some. And... Alright. Yeah, that didn't work out so good. Okay, now there's the water. That's where I wanted the water to be, so that I can go down here and weave my way between lasers so that I can make my way to the next robot guy who may or may not have a password for me. That's... Uh-oh. Yep. Them's be lasers, boy. Ow, don't you shoot me in the top of the head. And I can just stick to the ceiling here. That'll get... Oh, you little floor bastard. There we go. Alright, now... There goes my last potion, because I took some damage on the way here. And now you're gonna give me a pattern, or you're just gonna go try and make a weird, annoying sound that hurts the shit out of me, and I ain't having it. Hammer, sword, hammer, hammer. Okay, so... Now what you want me to do? Hammer comes before sword in that fucking pattern you had there. Yeah, quit staring at me and touching me. Shield, hammer, shield, sword. So... that would be shield coming before hammer. And you can suck on one of those. Only a couple more of them will put you down, you floating TV face bastard. Jump, slingshot, jump, jump. So... depending on what he says, I have a 50-50 shot of getting this wrong, so that would be jump coming before slingshot. There we go. Killed the shit out of you. I lost count of how many times I have heard Mr. Stitches has lost his mind. It angers me that I can't prove them wrong about him. He has made difficult choices that ultimately led us here. Difficult choices that he had to make to keep us all safe. So I want to write this down at least once in hopes that I can bring myself to believe it too. Mr. Stitches is not crazy, but there is definitely something wrong with him, and I'm not talking about the immense burden that he has to carry. There is something else that compels him to act this way. I plan on recording my findings until I obtain definitive proof for my claims. I just want to help my friend. Secret password. DNIM. Alright, we got ourselves a password. That's some serious denial. You better jot these passwords down. Yeah. So, that password, DNIM. So we only got 3 more passwords we gotta get. And the tube's gonna spit me out over here. Alright. Ow. Lasers, they hurt because they are lasers. Lasers are designed to hurt. I don't need to talk to you because I already did after I murdered you. And door. Good thing the doors still work even underwater. And now that the water's all the way up on level 2, I can go back in here and get that other robot that was up way up high. Now I just need to be a little careful because if I get shot full of lasers, I probably won't survive. At least that conveyor belt provided cover, and it was also a nice touch that pressing my head against the bottom of it pushed me along the opposite way from where the top was going. You get what I mean? Hey, don't you go making those stupid weird noises. You gotta give me them patterns so I can smack you around properly. Slingshot, hammer, jump, sword. Slingshot, hammer, jump, sword. Slingshot, hammer, jump, sword. Slingshot, hammer, jump, sword, and there. I attacked and I did some good damage there. 28 hurty points going into you. Jump, slingshot, jump, sword. Okay. Jumpy, slingshot, jumpy, sword. I know the pattern. Jump comes before those, and bam, you're dead. And what do you have to say? The first time I noticed Stitches not being quite well was right after he freed us from our old queen. At first, he was happy, but a few days later he started rambling about very unsettling things that could happen. Unforeseen consequences of what he had done. Where did these ideas come from? Did the queen tell him, or someone else? Secret password, SIH. Alright, SIH. That's another one in the journal. So, DNIM, SIH. Are all these passwords gonna come together and spell something? It seems like the sort of thing that would happen. All these random letters, they have to have some sort of meaning, don't they? Otherwise, they're just random-ass letters with no meaning. And we can't have random-ass letters with no meaning. If we do that, then we'll have random-ass letters with no meaning. Alright, so there's one of those TV head boys under this conveyor belt right in front of me, and another one way up in the top. And the one below here probably ain't gonna have any fucking... damn you, treadmill. Can I drop down? No, I cannot drop down through. That may prove to be difficult. And more health for me. Sweet, delicious health inside of my body. Now, gonna have to get you out of the way, you floating security camera. You done got hit by lasers. Or was that just my pellet ricocheting? It must have been a ricochet pellet because I just seen lasers hit you a second ago. And that didn't do any damage. And your fucking flashy shit is really annoying because it's like eating my inputs. And you're about to fire your laser, ain't ya? And laser! Laser successfully dodged. Thank you for moving into that. I like it when you move into things and take damage that you would have ordinarily avoided. So, I'm thinking maybe more stamina now. Being able to do more things in a shorter period of time is great. After what happened with Greg, I perfected the method of erasing memories without damaging the rest of the subject. From now on, trained and tested employees have their memories erased before I send them out of the factory. Once they're out, I assign them an ID number as an apartment and a job to do. No one seems to be emotionally broken because of it, so mission successful. Except for the moth, of course. I apologize for that. I will fix it. It is on my to-do list. Well, so you're fucking with the memories and or emotions of the people who worked here, and now we've got some clue as to why Tim and or Tim Bolt is the way that they are. You went and gave them multiple personalities is what you did, and these fucking lasers. They're quite annoying, I must say. Anywho, coming up here, this might put us within spitting distance. Okay, what's this do? Oh, that reverses the fucking conveyor belts. And this puts us... Never mind, it does not put us within spitting distance of that other guy who might give me the password. But now that the conveyor belts are reversed, I can go back and get to you. And then I can murder you. And then once you're murdered, you'll have no choice but to give me the password. Assuming you have it. Duck, jump, hammer, duck. Alright, so duck, jump, hammer, duck. Why do you duck and then jump over the hammer duck? It's because you duck, and then you get attacked really hard. But then you gotta touch me, make me all uncomfortable, and then I gotta block your jump while you slingshot the duck. Because that's how you wanna do things. Block, jump, slingshot, duck. And block, jump, slingshot, duck. There we go. And now you are dead. In order to gather some evidence for my theory, I planted a small microphone in Mr. Stitch's chamber and waited. But the other voice did not appear. Could this mean it knows what I did? I'm afraid to even write this down. Or maybe the fact that I'm still alive proves that it can't harm me. Perhaps this thing can't physically interact with us. Maybe it can only talk to Stitches. Has it been influencing him all this time? Could it be lying to him about the cycles and its consequences? I can't prove anything, I'm afraid. This voice, this thing, might as well not exist in our world. I'm the one who sounds crazy now. Without solid evidence, this is all just conjecture. Stitches could just be insane after all. I don't want to believe it, but the alternative is too far-fetched. Secret password, Repolrenti. Alright, that's another password in the books. And I'm starting to think that that it ain't the robots talking, but whoever's like typing this shit into them might be that shark guy on the Segway whose name I can't remember. It sounds like something he would say. He is a smart guy after all. And anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought, but there it goes again. Anywho, I'm all out of time for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Goodbye.